What's up, my friends? Rebrew 10 New Brews. This is the garbage pile deck or whatever. The really cool graveyard deck based around Glarb and Up the Beanstalk. Why is it not? Oh my god. Arena's having a lot of problems today, folks. Now it's not mousing over the cards. Holy shit. Alright, restarted, fixed it. So, this is a graveyard deck based around Glarb, Calamity's Augur, which is a 2/4 Death Toucher for 3. You can play cards at the top of your library if they're lands or spells that cost 4 or more. You can also tap to surveil and fill your graveyard. So what else likes things that cost 4 or more? Beanstalk, right? So we have Beanstalk, and then we have this 10-pack of graveyard-based creatures that have affinity for creatures in your graveyard. So Hulkburster Swarm, Writhing Necromass, and Hollow Marauder. All trying to get them down to cost like 1 or 2 mana. And then they're obviously really good cheap threats that also trigger Beanstalk, and we cast off top with Glarb. So our deck is all creatures except for the Beanstalk and 2 copies of Overwhelming Remorse, which is an insane removal spell, also insane Beanstalk. But we got to play as many creatures as possible, so these cards actually work. We're self-milling here with the Analyst, with the Prowler, and even the Vermin, which trades early, which is kind of cool, and just just cheap mills. Harvester can also go in the graveyard early too, and then we got also trying out the Rottenmouth Viper, which is kind of a similar card where it costs 6, but we can make it cost less by sacrificing things. If we just sacrifice a Vermin, a Prowler, and an Aftermath Analyst, cast it for 3. That's pretty cool too. So, deck's also fueled by the Surveil lands. We have a full 12-pack of Surveil lands. Every land milling 1 is insane, and it's really cool too. And we got a sideboard here, of course, for 10 New Brews and have a sideboard. So, that's the deck. A little 10 New Brew update. And let's get right to the games. Brought to you by Anthros. My phenomenal chair sponsor, Anthros. I absolutely adore my Anthros chair. It's custom. Look, see? Ooh, pretty sweet, right? And honestly, the best chair I've ever sat in. Just phenomenal. The pelvis support, you kind of wedge your ass in there, and then it keeps you sitting up straight the entire time. You can lean back in it also. Very comfortable. I've had other chairs that kind of keep your posture, but you can't really, like, move around in them and get comfortable, whereas the Anthros chair is phenomenal. So check it out. Take care of yourself, folks. Invest in your body. It ain't a cheap chair. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's cheap, but it's important to take care of yourself for the many hours you've been sitting, working, gaming, whatever else it might be. Anthros, fix your sit. Coming in, chat. Coming out with me. And we got 3 Surveil lands, an Analyst, and 3 big things. Not a great hand, honestly, but we're going to keep. They mulliganed. The Surveil lands obviously fill the graveyard. Also, find us untapped lands to cast our stuff. I think this is fine. We got some work to do, but Hollow Marauder is really good. 4/2 EDB, they discard a card. If they don't discard a big spell, you draw a card. It's possibly a 3-for-1. It's awesome. We draw a Gnawing Vermin. Sweet. So they're going to play a Sewers and mill over a Mirrex. So that might be a slower deck. We're going to bin this. And just say go. So EDB mill 2 and it dies, shrinks a thing. Schooner. They're just playing an old Dimir deck. That's fun. So Sewers, Surveil, a Marauder in the bin. Just want every creature in the bin if possible. I should have Vermin first, I guess. Whatever. We're going to bin stuff anyway. So, mill 2. Mill over creature. Awesome. So, we already got 3 in the bin. We're working towards it. Next turn, Analyst and Land should have us going ready to rock and roll. So, Schooner number 2. And leave a mana up. We draw Branchwood Prowler. So, we're going to City first. Sewers first. Bin a land. And then we're going to... Is it Analyst or maybe just Prowler? An untapped land might be a nice thing next turn, actually. So, building a fleet of schooners, definitely not sailboats. Mill over 2 creatures on a land, sick. So now you got Marauders costing 2 mana. Bursters 3, and Analyst. You could possibly go Analyst into Marauder next turn. Drawing a Beans would be nice. We would like that a lot, but I'm still feeling pretty good here. Opponent's been setting up, but not really doing much. Oh, I've got a clue. Preacher of the Schism. I mean, we're snap blocking, right? We should to put another creature in our graveyard, too, so we can just dump our entire hand next turn. They explore a Mirrex, so we block. And now you got Marauders for days. One of the big changes from this deck of the 10 New Brew deck is that almost all of the lands tap for black, so you can have our big affinity turns. Let's play a Mortuary and just try and hit a creature. Any creature can dump our hand. It's not a creature, unfortunately. Alright, but that being said, we can go Marauder. They discard a card. So you discard. If I discard a spell that costs 4 more, I draw a card, which is an insane 3 for 1. Cut down. We draw beans. Oh, wow. All right, we're should have beans. We're going to beans. And then I would say just not even attack. Yeah, we're just going to go. We're about to go off. So let's just not die here. Keep things going. Great. Next turn, we're going to jam, draw 1,000 cards, do 1,000 things. It's going to be freaking awesome. Float a black. Preacher number 2. Yeah, whatever. You're not battling with this right now, all right? You ain't beating the Hollow Marauder chain. So kill that, sure. Crew attack, sure. We'll just block. At this point, we don't need any more creatures in the graveyard, but we can block and kill this thing. It's kind of cool. So we'll block and kill this. And I guess they're out of cards. That's fine. They'll switch more cards anyway. So kill this. And time to get going. So let's start with a Marauder. So we'll draw 2. So Marauder, draw a Beanstalk. We draw Chupacabra Echo. They discard nothing. We draw a card. It's a Harvester of Misery. Sizing-wise, not the best here. Just going to play a Swarm next. It's a 5/5. Draw a card. Draw an untapped land. We don't really need that. So we're just going to go Analyst into a land. Mill 3. And play Sewers. And ship. So yeah. That was like probably on the lower end of the range for how good that turn could have gone. And it was still very good, obviously. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands in the bin for Analyst if you want to go that route. Coming in. This is aggressive. Draw some cards. It's fine. We're going to block. We're going to cut down my Analyst, sure. So pretty easy blocks here. With a Beans in play, we're just trading all day. Love it. They do have Mirrex plus Schooners, which is kind of cool. We draw land. So, honestly, a little flooded here. Our draw has been pretty awkward. I think we just cast Harvester of Misery and just draw a card off Beans. It's a 5/4. It lines up well against the board. And, like, yeah. We draw a ton of lands here, unfortunately, but yeah, let's do this. So Harvester of Misery. We get lucky and draw a creature we can play it up the swamp. We're not going to surveil first. We won't be able to draw a creature and play it. That sucks we didn't, but... So, do that, and then just play this thing, and surveil. Top card is a waste. Alright. I mean, I would say we're drawing pretty bad this game, but we're still a huge favorite, so that's pretty cool. A little flooded. Playing 23 lands. They draw a Deep Cavern Bat. You got me. Alright, you got me. Chupacabra's gone for now. Just gotta draw a spell, folks. Glarb. One of our big idiots. What's in our deck right now? We got... There we go. We did it. Alright, we're starting there. Do I want to... I think now I want to surveil first. Let's surveil. Remorse is insane. Let's cast Marauder. Draw a card.
Game. Blouse.
Sweet game. Alright, so they're Dimir mid-range. What do we want against Dimir mid-range? Our Gnawing Vermins are... They're, like, fine. Definitely want more cheaper spells. Harvester seems... I would say the Viper seems bad against them. Because they're going to have a lot of ways to kill it. I don't want to invest in they're going to kill. So let's just dump the Vipers. I would say that... I mean, Scrap Shooter can kill the artifacts, kind of whatever. The Vermins are, like... They're going to be good if they're playing, like, the Siren. The Siren, you're gonna get some bats and stuff too. It's probably the Vermins, I think. What are the freaking... I only had one Vermin? Okay, never mind. So I was kind of... And then we can bring in, like... I mean, Harvester's fine. Just kills bat. Titania's pretty cool. Just gain some life. We also got to aware of Graveyard Hate too, I guess. So, like, we need to make sure that we're going to be able to beat Graveyard Hate. Like, the one Titania is pretty fine. Just, like, gain some life, reaches blocks. Do you want to shave down on big idiots to hedge against the graveyard hate? Maybe. Should like one Necromass. Don't want scrap shooters? I don't think so. Bailoffs? Probably not. Don't want to keep all the harvesters? Maybe. I don't know, honestly. I'm actually really not sure about what I want to do here. What kind of hate would they have anyways? There's no more Hearst anymore. You know? Instead of bring in the... Let's leave Harvester in. Harvester kills bats. Alright. We got a pretty good hand here. We got the Vermin and the Glarb. Do love me a Glarb. The mill land. We draw Analyst. Sure. So we're just going to Mortuary. Yeah, we'll Mortuary first. Prowler to the bin. Basically, you're bidding a creature basically every time here. If this is just a land that builds a creature, it's insane for us. Here's Schooner. We draw Vermin number 2. If I want to cast Glarb next turn, we have to play this Maze tapped. I don't know if I want to play Glarb first, though, because I want them to use their kill spells. I'm going to say Analyst here, I think. Alright, so mill over land, Chupacabra. Not great. Honestly, though, it's 2 Surveil lands, and, like, activating Analyst is, like, a fine thing to do in the mid-game. Great. That's awesome. So they use a cut down. Wasn't a go for the throat, I guess, but... And a Fairy Mastermind. Oh, these Vermin are great, actually. Alright, cool. Mastermind's good against Beans. But they have the Explorer. That's a little awkward, but... Alright, sure. We draw a Blooming Marsh. I think we're just double Vermin here. Let's Vermin mill ourself. Mill over creature land. I do want a chance to Glarb next turn, though. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Maze, bit of Maze. Alright. So we'll say go. Not a very smooth draw here, I'm not going to lie. Our hand's pretty awkward. But here's a Preacher. I mean, if they attack like this, we're freaking stoked. Because this will die and kill the Mastermind. Sure.
Bingo!
I think this is probably a mistake. 3 steps ahead. They have a hard counter deck. Interesting. So, Vermin dies, kills this thing. Best thing that's ever happened to us. 1 mana, kill a creature, mill 2 is the best thing ever. So, Alan, new sub. What's your name? Where from? Welcome. And they play a Sewers to scry again. They kept it on top, obviously, but sure. We've got Glarb and a tap land. I could also try and get a Necromass down. Maybe try and, let's do that, actually. So we go Prowler, Vermin, Necromass. That's pretty good. Here's Prowler. This reveals Titania, Swamp, Mortuary. I think I'd rather pay and have Mortuary for later, so let's do this. Let's play a Vermin, mill 2. That sucks. 2 heaters. That sucks. And then let's go land, ride the Necromass. Alright. So, set up for next turn. We're not playing the Titania land, though. That's a little bit much, I think. It's going to be a tapped land in our all-tap land deck, so... Try and drop the removal spell with the Necromass. Get Glarb going. Glarb is obviously insane. They're coming in. I can't not block here, so... Alright. Trade. A little lacking in engine this game, you know, but the Glarb will hopefully be good. If we cast Glarb and have any of our big stuff on top, we can cast it immediately, which is great. Blue-Eye Control went kind of medium. Our draws are pretty bad, but that needs some work. Your name, folks. Welcome. My name is Jim, pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Hit those buttons, folks. Support the content. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things. It's my job. I do it for a living. Your support makes that possible, so support it if you like it. If you don't like it, cool. Whatever. That's fine, too, I guess. But if you like it, hit the button. Support the content. Damn.
After it was all over,
Damn.
he took us in the house to serve his pancakes.
That was a clean win. Oh, boy. Misery indeed. We gotta mulligan this. Like, We obviously we're on the draw with the Scryland, and the Scryland can find a land for the Prowler to find a land also, but it's just too slow, I think. So, I think Domain is still playable, yeah. As crazy as that is. Alright, done the maze. Thoughts on Kraft triple cheese mac and cheese? I'm not a big mac and cheese guy. Glarb's great. Typically, we're bidding almost any creature there, but I think Glarb is good enough to keep. Thanks, Waffles. You're great. If you got Amazon Prime, a sub is free. And don't forget, Paladar pre-release is this Saturday, free to play for all subs. Bartolomeu de Presidio. I was saying that wrong, but whatever.
You're saying it wrong.
So, man, I should have played the black land for. I don't know. I honestly didn't know I was hitting Glarb. Yeah, we just kill this. I think honestly, just not whatever we're trying to do here. We're just not gonna let him do it. Just kill this thing and put a creature in the graveyard. Say go. First creature in the bin. Next turn can be Prowler plus the tap land. Should you craft 3 Glarbs to make this deck? Do you like fun? I don't know. I can't promise the deck is like a world beater or anything like that, but it is pretty sweet. Old Honest Rusty. Alright. And then a free Haywire Might. Wow. So we draw a river. This can cast Glarb. If they're playing a combo deck, probably not playing many kill spells. I'm just gonna run the Glarb. There's our buddy, the Froggy Man.
It's a frog, not a toad, because toads don't ribbit.
Not a toad, it's a frog. Top card's a land. World Belt Maverick. So we're operating in a similar space here. Surveil 2. They mill over a Maverick and a Snarling Gorehound. Okay. They Rootson. Top card is a Swamp. Cool. Top card's a Blanchard Prowler. Can't play that one. Yeah. Nothing good to Chupacabra here. We're just gonna play Prowler, I think, right? Prowler, and then shoot we hit. And then play Vermin. Let's tap this, though. Here's a Prowler. And you mill over some stuff. Put the river into our hand. Top card's a land again. Can't play that one. So we'll... Right now we have only 3 creatures in the bin. Sure. Deciding if you want to surveil or not. Try to find a big boom boom. But... Sorry, Walter. Nicole makes good mac and cheese. If it's like, you know, really well made with like, you know, like the breadcrumbs on top and not like just like shitty Kraft mac and cheese or whatever, I can deal with it. But
have you had the?
Hey, Toots.
Have you had the gluten-free one?
Buy the gluten-free mac and cheese? Yeah.
Annie's box gluten-free mac and cheese is better than Kraft.
Tell them. So don't tell me. Tell.
Well, I mean,
they can't hear you. Listen to Nicole.
Well,
Nicole's here to preach for you.
Annie's makes like regular box mac and cheese, but as far as box mac and cheese goes, the gluten-free Annie's is actually really good.
Heard here.
So,
Not a sponsor.
It's not as cheesy as like the ones that I make. It's not like that creamy cheese.
That's the problem. It's when mac and cheese is too cheesy, it's just too much. Like.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so they mill over a Roots. They can get that back though. Oh man, they're doing it. All right. Interesting. So Roots cards leaving the graveyard. They have 2 Rebel Belts queued up also. Like, I like cheese. I don't like a lot of American cheese. Like, it's just not good. Like, mozzarella, sure. Good cheese, sure. But, like...
You eat 1 slice of cheese on your burger.
Right, I'm a one slice of cheese on burger guy.
I think it's great.
Alright, so they get 1 Roots going. We have the Viper, which is pretty sweet, but... Yeah, alright. So let's surveil. We have a Marauder and a Viper, but we also are light on creatures in the graveyard, too. We only have... We have 4 in the bin right now. I guess this puts 5-6 in the bin, right? So that's pretty cool, actually. This is good, actually. We can do this. So draw this thing. And then we're going to go Viper, sacking the Vermin, the Prowler, and... Yes. Viper, sacking Vermin, Prowler. Sack these 2. Tap like this. We're going to kill... I guess the Might, because we want to kill the Maverick. So, kill the Might. And now this comes in, starts doing its Viper thing. Then we cast Marauder off the top, which is gas. Discard a card. Maybe I draw. They discarded a Forsaken Miner. Is there a combo I don't know about? Top card's another Marauder. Damn. Alright, so say go. Oh, I guess maybe the Might is the... They can make the Might cost 0 and keep returning it, maybe? Oh my god, what is going on here? Soul Calder is actually good against us Graveyard Hate card. Aside from just being a good card with the roots. I don't know what's happening here, folks. This game's about to get pretty wacky, I think. Oh, come on! Who plays removal spells in their deck? That's so lame. Alright, so sure. Our Viper's dead. That's bad. I mean, Chupacabra can kill the Rustine. I can't see their graveyard because of the freaking bugs. Just like...
We have technology.
Array's a mess right now, folks. The graveyard is a bunch of bad creatures. Sure. We're 1-0, right? Yeah, we're 1-0. End step, Surveil. Keeping the Marauder on top. What's under it? A Forest. That's gone. So, draw Marauder. Top card is a Gnawing Vermin. Probably want a Chupacabra kill something. I guess Rustine. Alright, we'll just cast this first. Here's a Marauder. Start there.
They did a story about a squirrel that water skis.
Okay. So we're going to Chupacabra Echo. Let's cast this thing first. Do this first. Mill the Analyst. I think. Can't see my graveyard. Yeah, Mill the Analyst. Mill the Analyst. Top card is a land. So we're going to Chupacabra Echo and kill the Honest Rustine. And then I guess attack. Definitely in the air. I don't think I want to kill this thing. So they're going to exile targeting my Analyst. Put a counter on something. Whatever, sure. And like, I'm not going to kill this Maverick because I want to be able to not give them more roots things. I can Surveil too, so. I mean, we're on 2 turn clock in the air, right? It's pretty good. Do I think Grief gets banned? I think that, obviously Nada should be banned. I think Grief should be banned and the One Ring should be restricted. Which I do not say lightly. I think restricting cards is awful, but it makes sense. Or just ban the One Ring. But I also have no skin in the game modern. I don't play modern anymore, so whatever. Oh, they can sack the Maverick because they have the Analyst in their bin. Right. I'm sorry, they have my Analyst. Right, sorry. They're going to go for the throat my Glarb. Sure. Surveil 2. Dump both. Beans is our top card. That's pretty good. Alright, so there's a Roots. I think winning the game in the air is going to be the thing. The One Ring, what the One Ring should have done was, the One Ring should have given the player the burden counter, not the ring itself. So the next copy, you still have the burden counters. That's how you make the ring a fair card. And a flavorful card too. They didn't do that though, so. Alright. They say go. We draw Beans. Start there. Keep all of our block up, I think. It's much more flavorful too, you know? Alright, so unfortunately we bricked a little bit. We can just play a bunch of crap, so it's fine, I guess. Prowler and Analyst. The one that activate errata in Historic is stupid. Like, yeah, it makes the card worse, but like, not in a very fun way. It's also not flavorful either, so like, it's kind of like whatever. But all right, we should not die next turn, basically. Because the problem, the play pattern of playing a new ring to replace my old ring and reset it is like, obviously very, very like bad gameplay, and then also insanely unflavorful. So it's just like a total miss on all fronts. Aside from that, the card's really cool. So, Mill over 2 big creatures. That sucks. Alright. They're currently dead in the air. They could surveil 2 with my Glarb. Jeez. But you can't errata the card. So the options are to ban it or to restrict it. Here's Scavenger's Talent. One or more things die, make a food. Okay. But they're just dead in the air, so... And I'm an 18 life with 3 blockers, and they're dead in the air, so... Whatever happens, happens, you know? Level 2. I guess, No, they can't sacrifice stuff either. Yeah. Exile... What do they exile? Oh, Bartholomew. Ew. So they can make a food once a turn, and they can use the mana from this to sack the food. So they're no longer dead. Sack a permanent, mill 2. All right, I'm just gonna sit back and I don't know what's going on here. So I mill. Sacrifice the creature. Roots. These tokens don't have haste, so they can't keep going. If they had the Planeswalker, they would keep going. I don't think it's a loop yet. They're running out of mana, right? What's the loop? Are they out of mana? He needs high bar. Like, if the tokens don't tap for mana immediately, then what's the loop? Maybe I'm wrong, but... Alright, sack this guy. A lot of moving parts here, that's for sure. I have 20 cards in my deck, so decking is shouldn't be that big of a concern. The problem is, like, they screwed up, because if they left 2 mana up to sack the food, they get another turn, but they didn't do that. So now, like, they're just dead. So... Whatever, I guess. Oh, no! Anyway... Alright, they have 1 mana left. What are you going to do with it? So they have 0 mana left, so... Alright, there you go. Alright, so... I think my opponent could have probably won that game. But they didn't, so cool. We're going to bring in... what? We need to interact... This is our sideboarding from the last matchup. Great. Awesome. Viper does seem bad against them again. His Scrap Shooter seem good. And then Deep Cavern Bat seems like fine. They do have Graveyard Hate with the freaking Calder, which is kind of annoying. Let's shave 2 Necromouses. What else is in the deck that's like bloating us up here? Too many Harvesters, probably. Don't want these bats. Not sure, honestly. Yeah. Like, the Chupacabra Echoes don't seem great either. Like, killing their creatures is kind of irrelevant, I think. Maybe bring the bats in. Cut the Chupacabra Echoes. And cut, like... I'm loath to cut a beans, but maybe just, like, not that much about card advantage as it is about other stuff. Harvester's, like, not great, I guess. Get the Harvester, I guess. Sure. Let's just try this, I guess. Ugh. That's kind of a gross hand. I mean, we have our bat. And some scries. Ugh. I don't know if we can keep us or not, though. How good are our scry lands going to be is the question, you know? I mean, with 1 mill enable, we're saying it's a lot better, obviously. I'm just going to keep it. Whatever. That's pretty good against them, I think. So, here's a Gorehound. Scrap Shooter. Sure. Alright. Maze myself, Creature of the Graveyard. Could obviously cast it, but like we're casting other things in the next 2 turns, so the gift here is a card.
Enjoy your gift.
Okay. There's the roots. All right, so here come the bats. Take a little look. They have double Tyvar, Gorehound, and the talent. Okay. Probably Gorehound, I would think. Their hand's pretty suspect otherwise. They draw land, or their hand's really bad. Here's talent, sure. Alright, now I get to fire up... Oh, I meant Glarb, too. Now I get to fire up the old shooter. Gonna give him a card, but I think it's totally worth it.
Enjoy your gift. May I offer you a fish?
There you go. 4/4 reach also. Nice and big. Next turn gonna be Glarb Scryland. Try to get the R engine online. Is it worth it to give them a card? Yeah. This is the engine of their entire deck. This is what makes their entire deck function. So here's Elias, but no land. Man's lucky. Alright, so now we get to just jam. It says Death Touch. They can trade. I think that's fine for us though. Roots does have cool art, I agree. No Terra Sunder. Because this deck is constructed in a manner where you gotta mill creatures, every card's gotta be a creature for the most part. So any non-creature has to be extremely scrutinized. So, here is our Glub. Glub. Alright, we could play the Vermin and mill, but we have a land on top, so I'll play this land on top. So, top card is another land, ship it. And top card is a Hulk Burster. We got some work to do, but we could surveil next turn too. They find land 3, so they have the Tyvar, but like not a lot to do with it, honestly. Without the roots, like the Tyvar is much worse. So here's Tyvar the Planeswalker. They're gonna mill 3, and they return the Elias and surveil 2. I do love Gorehound; it's a fun card. And they mill over a Maverick. It's pretty lucky, but sure. All right, the top card is a Harvester of Misery. That's pretty good. I mean, like, hard cast that. It kills our bat and their 2 creatures. It's also off the top, so it's it's like drawing a card too. Otherwise, we could just mill and try and cast our big idiots. And the bat kills Tyvar too. Yeah, I like it a lot actually. Let's do that. So let's go. Let's kill this. And then we're just going to go land, cast Harvester off the top. Top card is a Remorse. We can upkeep cast that with our Glarb. Puts more guys in the bin too, which is kind of nice. So they get a food, lose a life, whatever. We got a Surveil up 2. We now have 3 dudes in the bin. They found another Roots. We don't like that. Sure. Pretty lucky. Remorse can kill Tyvar. Another Gorehound. Alright. They're starting to do it, but they're 15. Sorry, 13. Add a counter. Make the token. Do the graveyard thing. Pretty fun deck, honestly. Alright, so end step Surveil. Marauder and Remorse. I'm just going to bin the Marauder. We see more creatures in the graveyard. I'm going to draw the Remorse, though, to kill Tyvar. Let's draw this. Top card is another Glarb. Alright, so let's fire up the Vermin and just try and mill over some more stuff. We need like a few more creatures in the bin. So that mills 2, 1, and a Beans. Damn. And now our top card is a Blooming Marsh. I think I'm inclined just to surveil right now and try and get this stuff, our stuff online. Let's just surveil. Bin both. Top card is Sewers. Play that. Top card's a Beanstalk. Jeez. Alright. We'll wait. So we're going to play the Marauder. I guess they'll probably not discard a big card. We can just play Beans too. So target you. They discard. They discard Tyvar, actually. Wow. This card's better than Tyvar. What card is better than Tyvar for them? That's scary. Alright, let's attack. Any other roots? They don't have anything to bring stuff back with, though, you know? Alright, let's play beans. Whatever. I think we're, like, gonna pop the hell off next turn, so... They're also at 8. Alright, it was the Tyvar. It's fine. Mill 3. They hit a Maverick. Elias. I mean, they're doing stuff, you know. We have a Remorse. They're at 8. Mill over Old Rusty. They exile another card. These all have haste. But now they're like out of stuff to do, so I think that's okay. Alright. Draw bat. Top card is Sewers. I think it's fine to start there. Top card's a Vermin, bin that. Next card's a Huskbursker Swarm, which is very good for us. That will draw cards, etc., etc. I think you want to go to combat first and just like throw all our stuff away and just try and kill some stuff. Do I want to kill Tyvar? I do have the Overwhelming Remorse to also kill Tyvar. I could also just kill this Elias. Yeah. They're at 10. They have 2 foods. They can't activate them, though. Yeah. I think we're just going to start by attacking. Should start here. Should go Marauder, Vermin, and this all here. Just go face. Yeah, sure. Tyvar, like, can't... It can give them haste. It can untap, too, but... Oh, I'm sorry. They actually have haste, right? I'm sorry. It's showing them as summoning sick, but they do have haste because of the Tyvar, so... Alright, so double block the Harvester of Misery. That's fine. And... So we actually we screwed up. We should have killed the Tyvar before attacks. They couldn't stack the food and block. That's on me. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
So, gain a life. That's cool. I think we're still way ahead here, so... Deal a bunch of damage. The Harvester dies. Now this thing's cheaper. And now we're just going to chain off and cast a million spells and kill them, so... Alright, so, they go to 8. This thing costs 1 now. Let me make it food. We lose 1. Sure, all fine. So, 1 mana for Swarm. Draw a card. Draw Forest. Top card's Analyst. 1 mana for Swarm. Draw a card. Draw an Analyst. Top card is a land. We've already played a land this turn. Let's Remorse. Probably Tyvar. Right? Sure. Draw a card. Love the beans. Next card is a Prowler. I think I want Glarb on defense. I don't want to get cheesed out by something like, you know, whatever. That's fine. We just Analyst. Mill some cards. Could have argued for the Vermin attacking Tyvar, but whatever. So top card's a Vermin. Can't cast that. We'll just say go here. I think this is fine. So we have 2 huge menace creatures, a flyer, and infinite cards. They have nothing but 2 foods and the card they draw here. Is there a card they can draw that can really get things going? I don't think so. But level 2, sack a permanent, mill 2. Sure. We have 25 cards in our deck. They draw Rusty. Probably a good draw, right? So Rusty will return something. They have 2 mana left over. Return another Rusty. I mean, that's cute, but sure. They mill a Roots? Damn. Cast Old Rusty again. This will make another Roots token, but whatever, I think. And then I could also Cavern Bat whatever they bring back, so. Alright. Roots. Gain life. Surveil. They're doing it kinda, but not enough, I don't think. They agree. All right, cool. Their deck was super sweet, but our deck is cooler. Shababa resub, thanks so much. Client is bugged to high hell. Yeah, it's all screwed up, but we're living through it, making it work. Opponent mulligans, we're on the draw, we're keeping. You should draw Green Source. We have Harvester too, so. How do you get the list? I mean, usually it's on the overlay, courtesy of untap.gg. But obviously with Arena being all weird right now, I don't know if it is or not, so that's all I got for you. Been a Necromass. Mono red, huh? Our hand's pretty bad against mono red, but here's a Feldon. Alright, so we get the Harvester of Misery. Honestly, Vermin's pretty good here too, but we're trying to kill this right now. Play around Monstrous Rage or whatever. Let's kill this. We can draw a land, our hand's great. Like a basic Forest, best draw of the deck, not even close. I guess actually a Blooming Marsh is, but attack and rage. Nope, shock. Alright, so we go down to 10. Sure, they mulled a 5 this game, which kind of them. We missed a land drop though. Alright, we might die here. This might be the embarrassing red aggro multiply we still lose, but mill over a land and a creature. Alright, we're gonna block. They probably have a spell, so it's not gonna work, but it's still gonna do it. Yeah, Monstrous Rage, yeah, it's terrible for us. Alright, yeah, I mean, you don't need many cards, just the right cards. Your opponent will also not do anything. And Mono Red will definitely kill you, so. We draw a Blooming Marsh, which is the best possible draw. If we get super lucky with our Analyst, we can play Necromass too. We have to mill over at least 2 creatures. Is it better to play the Prowler, though? And try and get a land, too? Let's say Prowler. They have 1 card left. We can definitely still win this game if we get lucky here. 2 creatures, please. Mill over land, land, creature. Just missed. We just missed. Untapped land is better, I think. Alright. We're probably dead now. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. I mean, sometimes you lose. That's magic. You know, our hand was, I think, definitely a keep on the draw with a Scry land. They had a really good aggro draw. We stumbled on, we missed land for 1 turn. We died. Happens. Them's the beats. Alright, so sideboarding. We're going to bring in, we're still sideboarding from the last match because of the bugs. Whatever. Bring in the Baloth, the Titanias, Harvesters. Viper seems really good against them. Chupacabra maybe. We kind of all these cards, actually, Necromasses too. So we're going to cut, honestly, cut the beans, I think. We're not looking to be a card draw deck against them. We just want to play creatures and kill them. Don't want these shooters. And then I would say cut 2 Necromasses. And... oh, the bats. These bats don't belong in here. What are these bats doing here? So we're leaving like 1 Necromass. Now we're also playing 35 creatures. So our synergy is even better without the Beanstalks. And again, we don't need the card draw, I think. So this is pretty good. I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to win easily. All right, on the play. Sure. All right, we're going to keep. It's not great, but get up a Harvester. Untap land, please. That's not an untapped land. Ship it. Here's your Hired Claw. Untapped land. That is an untapped land. So we can now just kill this immediately. I'm going to do that. Trade and stay alive. No play on 2. God, you love to see it. Alright. Analyst. I think I like Analyst here. Analyst first. We're going to mill over 3 cards. We're going to mill over a land, a creature, and a land. So it's fine. It's 3 in the bin so far. And then I want... Sewers is fine. Surveil. Glarb. We do want the extra creature in the bin, but Glarb is like our linchpin card, I think. I'm going to keep it on top. I feel like Glarb's the only card you ever leave on top. They're going to strike down my Analyst. So the creature in the bin, folks. And they play an Herb Rask's Forge. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Take 1. Maybe play pretty well against that, honestly. So here's Glarb. Land on top. Get lucky. Land on top. Land on top! Top card is a Vermin. I think Vermin's fine here. We get 2 looks at some Glarb cards, and then just cheap self-mill. Forge number 2, sure. We'll block the 1, not get shocked out here. They have Monstrous Rage. Ugh, gross. Alright, that's fine. That's really, really bad. I wish I could like untop this card now. Alright. Yeah. It's Vermin. Milled over a snake. That's not good. Prowler. Alright, not ideal. Top card is a Titania. I guess it's better than a random card. We'll say go. It's kind of gross, honestly. Oh my god, man. Are you kidding me? They have trample, too. I guess we're dead. Like... They are really good together. One black, gain 3 life? Probably, right? They only have 1 card left. Alright, I guess, sure. Not feeling very good about this game, I'm not gonna lie. We have no way to remove these either. Alright. Here's our Titania. Here's our maze. Mill a land, gain 2. Nailed it, I guess. And I guess we're just attacking. We're not blocking these 1/1s, so... We have those raccoons, but, like, they're in the sideboard and they're not coming in this matchup usually, so I guess I was wrong, but... The thing is that, like, their draw lined up pretty perfectly with these, where, like, they stacked up all 3 of them, and they had the Monstrous Rage, too. If it's only a few, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. But all 3 together against my kind of slow draw has been really, really good, obviously. Oh my god.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Right. Alright. I guess mono red's still a thing. You got me, I guess. Not great draws, but is what it is, I suppose. Alright, so the stats are like kind of working. We went 2-1, but sort of not working either. Track all your games, untap.gg. I mean, deck's super sweet. The mono red matchup is a little tough, honestly. We are playing a lot of non-basics, so that 5/4 card's pretty nasty. Again, their hands were very good, obviously. Like, we didn't even cast any spells in game 1, basically, and stuff. But, yeah, overall, deck seems sweet. This is a really fun deck. Seems pretty budget-friendly, too, right? There aren't that many rares in this deck. A couple mythics, but mostly just the rare lands you want anyway. Yeah, deck's cool. So there you go. Updated brew. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Real great stream. Folks, don't go nowhere. We're still playing. And appreciate you watching. Thank you.